كنا له مقرنين وإنا إلى ربنا لمنقلبون اللهم إنا نسألك في سفرنا هذا البر والتقوى ومن العمل ما ترضى اللهم هون علينا سفرنا هذا واطوي عنا بعده اللهم أنت الصاحب في السفر والخليفة في الأهل اللهم إني أعوذ بك من وعثاء السفر وكآبة المنظر وسوء المنقلب في المال والأهل والولد.
Listening to the Breakfast Rush.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أأتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغن عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون
صدق الله العظيم.
You are listening to the Breakfast Rush.
اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عيني وأصلح لي شأني كله. اللهم لا إله إلا أنت لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك. اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عيني وأصلح لي شأني كله. اللهم لا إله إلا أنت لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك. اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عيني وأصلح لي شأني كله. اللهم لا إله إلا أنت لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك.
This Surah Yasin was brought to you by Merchants Spice, Pietermaritzburg. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your day.
There's something cooking at Murchison Spice, and its name is Elite Basmati Rice, available throughout the Middle East and now available in South Africa. Brought to you by Murchison Spice, Pietermaritzburg. Available in golden cellar and premium white, high in vitamins and low in calories. Perfect for the health conscious. Contact Murchison Spice on 033 387 2121. That's 033 387 2121. Murchison Spice. Taste the East.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Zainab.
And I'm Humaira, and we are both from London.
We only listen to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar.
Your award-nominated Breakfast Rush with Nichal Sarawan.
You guys make our day with a ray of hope.
You guys always rocked. I've been inspired. You guys are totally awesome. There's no words that can describe how awesome you guys are.
I will always say TVR is the best. TVR brings joy into my home.
Thank you, TVR. Brilliant. Just keep up the great work. Let's hope management gives you guys a big increase.
Monday to Friday, 6 till 8 a.m.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Durban Halal Meats, the butcher with a twist. Whether you're firing up the braai or stocking up for your business, we've got you covered. From premium lamb, beef and chicken to custom cuts and bulk orders, all 100% halal certified by Sanha. Enjoy our convenient buy and braai service, fast delivery and easy online ordering at durbanhalalmeats.co.za. Visit us at 84 Felix Dlamini Road, Durban Halal Meats. Quality, affordability, trust. Meat made better.
At Radio Al Ansar, we value your feedback. If you have a broadcasting related complaint, please send it in writing to the head of the complaints committee. Be sure to include your full name, contact details, a clear explanation of the complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za. That's feedback@alansar.org.za. Or visit our administrative office at 207 West Road, Overport, Durban. Your voice matters to us.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Inspiration for the Ummah, your morning nasiha.
My dear brothers in Islam, the shaitan was cursed. He was thrown out of paradise, guaranteed hellfire for eternity, and was given the curse of Allah Azza wa Jal for refusing one sajda. To who? To Adam, to a man. What's going to happen to us who refuse to bow down to the Lord of the heavens and the earth? The shaitan cries every single time we go into sujood. He cries. That Bani Adam was ordered to make sujood and he made sujood. And I was ordered to make sujood and I refused. That watchman that the Prophet ﷺ guaranteed, whoever gets up while the Muslim army was going to war and they was going to sleep that night, who wants to get up and be a watchguard for the Muslims? So 2 men stood up. They go, we'll do it. One would do half the night and the other would do the other half. So this man got up on the cliff and he's watching over the Muslims and he begins to pray. He's standing there watching, so he started praying. He started praying and the enemy came, and as they were approaching, he saw the man on the cliff and he knew this man would alert the Muslims, so they couldn't ambush them. So he grabbed the arrow and he shot him. And the arrow entered one part of his body and exited the other. And this man remained there standing praying. He did not want to leave his prayer. Look how important it was to him. He didn't want to leave his prayer. We took some of the shababs a few weeks ago to skirmish paintball. Little paintball just hits you, it stings. You should see them run. And it's killing and they're rolling on the floor in pain. This man took an arrow in one part of his body and out the other, and he didn't move. Another arrow, second one, straight in one part, out of the other. The third arrow, straight in one part, out the other. And he would not leave his prayer. At the end, he left his prayer and he returned. As he was returning, he called the man who was supposed to take over his shift. So the man looked at him, he goes, why would you not pray? Why would you not leave the first shot you had taken? He said, by Allah, I was praying a prayer. And I was reading a surah that was so beautiful that I did not want to leave. I wanted to die as I was praying and reading that surah. And if it wasn't for my promise to the Prophet ﷺ that I would guide the Muslims, I would have stayed in that prayer and died in that prayer. Look at the importance of salah in their lives.
TBR says 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM Pietermaritzburg. You only have one chance. That's the title of this morning's Nasiha. Sheikh Zahir Mahmood credited with doing the work on that Nasiha. There's just like so much above my head on the TV right now. Yo! Zach is looking at me like Nichal, you sat down. I set the camera and then you went and sat down. It's like, okay, cool. Beautiful imagery on your YouTube at the moment. Absolutely gorgeous. Was just looking at pictures of these rhino, and I think it's the angle of the sunlight, and was looking like white rhino on there. We know that South Africa, for years, was just standing in the front of the queue, just pushing for, call it the resurgence in numbers, or the revival of numbers, or the increase in numbers of actual white rhino that live on our planet. And I know that you're one of those animal activist aunties. So you know about white rhino numbers globally.
Yeah, decreasing.
Globally, just decreasing down to where the white rhino was said to be going extinct.
Yep.
And then South Africa just jumped in front of the queue and said, we can't let this happen. And it's one of the things I love about especially our wildlife preservation here in South Africa.
We try.
We try very hard.
To the extent of hiring individuals that are trained to sort poachers out.
Well, if the animals are not sorting the poachers out themselves? That's a story for another day. Anyway, Assalamu alaikum. It's 26 minutes after 6. This is your breakfast rush on Radio Al Ansar. My name's Nichal Sarawan. Sitting across from me over there is Nazmeera Cassim.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu on the 17th of Zulhijjah 1447. Reminding you to please keep the counts going for tomorrow's the root count. One day early.
So you get your reminders. You want another reminder?
Yes, please.
Tax season.
Okay.
That's a reminder that so many people
news.
are like, Nichal, not now. Nichal, not now.
Too
We just went
early.
through 3 petrol price increases and you're coming with your tax story.
And like, we're still like cleaning our eyes and washing our face.
You're trying to hide your face, man. You know, sit like that and it's like, don't see me. But hey, tax season is upon us. So what we're going to do later on the show, we'll get the team from Garwa Financial Accounting Services to join us on the show in studio to give us a breakdown of what is expected from Uncle SARS to you. We'll find out all about that and more as we get through your breakfast rush this morning. Abu Bakr Khan is sending his salams to everybody. And I don't know about this one, Naz. I think you should read it.
Shop assistant fought off armed robbers with his labeling gun. Police are now looking for a man with a price on his head.
Talk about dad jokes.
Takes me back to that paint that you were talking about.
Paint?
Wasn't it paint? Some blue paint or blue powder or something.
The colour water.
There you go.
Yeah, you need to do that. I think we need to do that. You see Smurfs walking around, you know that guy was involved in something naughty. Anyway, Assalamu alaikum, Nichal, the amazing team. Happy Thursday from Fatima Razak. Wishing family and friends a Mubarak day. Love you all. Lovely start. Thank you, Fatima.
Farooq Khan says, Assalamu alaikum. Wishing you a blessed Thursday.
So, Wahida, assalamu alaikum to everybody and to you as well. Hope you have a good one.
And Sarah Bibi Mustafa says salams to the team. A beautiful and blessed, it's Thursday today, Sarah Bibi Mustafa. And she says, just du'as for everybody. She hopes that you have a beautiful day. And she's looking forward to the naats and nasheeds that will come within the next 2 hours.
I've looked at the playlist. It's looking lovely. Let's see. Ismail, assalamu alaikum, brother. Says, don't depend too much on anyone in this world. Even your shadow leaves you when you're in darkness.
It's like a sword.
It's
Too early. Too early. Yeah. Brian Abraham says, may Allah Azza wa Jal bless your day with peace, joy and guidance.
Ameen. Political program. No, that's not us. That's not us. Political this, that and the other. Now why? Okay, so you sending messages to talk shows. I think maybe they got really busy. They got really busy and they didn't sort of check your messages. Anyway, it's coming up for 6:29 and a half. We've got traffic coming your way in a moment. If you're on the roads right now, listening in wherever you are, if there is something going on the road that we should let everybody else know about, then be a darling, won't you? And send it to us, the information that is, on 0609041056. We've read WhatsApp. There's still a few to go, but we'll get to it shortly. What about this? On YouTube right now, Assalamu alaikum, Nazmeera, looking mashallah as always. Shaida Sayed, I'm going to start carrying red chilies and aromat. I'm just saying for a word. Assalamu alaikum, Hajra Habib. She says salams to the RBR team. Let me just check a keyboard. Yeah, the T's next to it. The T's next to it. Alhamdulillah for another day. To be grateful and thank Allah for everything. Oh, man. That's so true. Abba Latifa, assalamu alaikum to you as well. Now, you can be sending your messages right here on screen as well on our YouTube. Just go into the comments area right down there. Type it in, press the enter button, and boom, when we see it, we'll put it up for you, just like this one here from Abba Latifa. So, YouTube, Facebook, all of that and more available for you this morning on your Breakfast Rush.
Breakfast Rush traffic.
Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. So you got Facebook as well?
Yeah, got Facebook, got YouTube. One day when we grow up, we'll get TikTok.
So which auntie opened the book and saw your face?
This morning it was Shaida. Yeah. What's happening on the roads?
This thing is becoming a headache, really. After yesterday, there were so many accidents on the NC. It was closed for most of the day. This morning, we got a truck jackknifed on the NC, Nottingham Road, Johannesburg bound. The entire freeway, on the pictures I'm looking at, the extreme right-hand lane where the barrier line is, the solid white line, that section of the road open. And vehicles are passing through that. The rest of the trailer is sitting across two lanes, and the horse is sitting on the yellow line. Just be aware of that. Approach with caution, please. Because, like I said, the truck is sitting across the freeway. If you're on the NC coming towards Durban near Warden, the truck car involved in an accident. Traffic is moving past the scene, but approach with caution again, please. Accident on the NC. This is going towards Pietermaritzburg. It's at the Cliffdale ramp. Now the left-hand shoulder lane and the left lane is obstructed, so there will be delays in that vicinity as well. Please approach with caution. Now, remember this Cliffdale story is where they got the traffic coming control flow now. So the freeway is divided. The old road is closed and they divided the road. It's outgoing for you to come into the city or come into Durban. So don't just when you go past the M13 ramp, and you get to the top of Cliffdale and you start going down. That's where you're going to find the accident. Into southbound, vehicle on fire at Twinny Hill. Just happened a couple of minutes ago. So we have notified the authorities. Hopefully they'll be there shortly and sort out that fire. But again, approach with caution, please. That's me. I just came through traffic. Traffic light's not working. Ortman Road, New Greytown Road. In Pietermaritzburg, it's a very big intersection. So please approach with caution. And if there are pointsmen there, just comply with the hand signals, please. Yeah, sure. First up.
Thank you very much, Colonel. You take it easy. We'll catch up with you in about half an hour.
Walaikum
salam. Right, time to figure out what's going on weather-wise.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
Right, Durban today, partly cloudy, 23 degrees. As we get closer to lunchtime, there is a 51% chance of midday-ish rain. for Durban. So keep that in mind, and a bit of rain expected in the early evening as well. So just keep that in mind as you get through today. Durban 23 at lunchtime. Peter Maritzburg. I don't know what is going on with this app this morning. It's just doing its own thing. Anyway, Peter Maritzburg, partly cloudy, 21 degrees expected at lunchtime PMB. No rain forecast for Peter Maritzburg today. Richards Bay, partly cloudy, 27. Margate, mostly cloudy, 21. Ladysmith from 4 up to a mostly clear 17 degrees. 2 degree start in Newcastle, heading up to a clear 20. 1 degree start in Johannesburg, heading up to a mostly clear 16. Cape Town today from 8 up to a clear 18 degrees, and winter making itself sort of felt already in certain parts of the country. Here in Durban, it's still kind of okay at like 6 or 7 p.m. in the evening to just like be standing outside in a t-shirt.
1 degree.
Just one. The one that got left behind.
I'm sure you guys are counting down the days to the school holidays so you can come and visit this part of the world.
Do you know, I've got friends from the US that are on holiday right now. It's spring break.
Okay.
Spring break in the USA. So May, June and July, spring break for them, which is school's off for 3 months.
3 months.
That is it.
What do the kids remember when they go back? As a teacher, that's the first place my mind went.
It's the next grade when you go back.
But still, 3 months.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So imagine having that 3 month span.
Amazing.
To yourself.
Imagine somebody saying to you today, you can go and leave for 3 months, paid.
You imagining somewhere very, very far or maternity leave. That's all you can imagine. So anyway, a couple of them down here in South Africa.
Okay.
Come down after many, many years. And the little ones were like, but why aren't the children in South Africa on holiday too? Why are they on vacation with us?
Not yet.
Because things work differently. But yeah,
and
not
for like a
yet.
shorter period of time. 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But of course, wait, hang on first. Let me just put safety. Right. If you're a teacher, same story.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Just always on holiday.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Your future will be different. Different careers, different opportunities, different ways of working. So your education should do more than keep up. Regent Business School prepares students, professionals and leaders with practical knowledge, digital innovation, immersive learning and real-world experience for what's next. Regent Business School, teaching different things differently. Visit regent.ac.za.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
It's time for The Breakfast Show. The Breakfast Rush.
Check it out.
A great way to start your day. The Breakfast Rush.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम साउथ अफ्रीका।
हम हैं रॉ ब्रदर्स पाकिस्तान से और आप सुन रहे हैं प्रोग्राम ब्रेकफास्ट रश।
तस्बीह पढ़ रहा हूँ मोहम्मद के नाम की, तस्बीह पढ़ रहा हूँ मोहम्मद के नाम की, तस्बीह पढ़ रहा हूँ मोहम्मद के नाम की। रहमत है रहमत रहमत है मुझ पे दोनों जहां के इमाम की, जहां के इमाम की, जहां के इमाम की। तस्बीह पढ़ रहा हूँ मोहम्मद के नाम की, तस्बीह पढ़ रहा हूँ मोहम्मद के नाम की। सदका हसन हुसैन का मिलता रहे हमें, सदका हसन हुसैन का मिलता रहे हमें। हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका। मैदान करबला में शहे खुश खिसाल ने, मैदान करबला में शहे खुश खिसाल ने। सजदे में सर कटाया मोहम्मद के लाल ने। हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका। जो करबला गया उस नूरैन का सदका, जो करबला गया उस नूरैन का सदका। मिला न पानी जिसे उस हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका। अदा नमाज तो हम मासियों से क्या होगी, अदा नमाज तो हम मासियों से क्या होगी। नकल ही करते हैं हम सब नमाज रोजे की, नकल ही करते हैं हम सब नमाज रोजे की। अजान दे गई हजरत बिलाल की हस्ती, अजान दे गई हजरत बिलाल की हस्ती। नमाज पढ़ गए दुनिया में करबला वाले। हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका। इस बार गाह खैर में सब सर के बल चले, इस बार गाह खैर में सब सर के बल चले। ये रोज़ाए नबी है यहाँ दिन हो रात हो, ये रोज़ाए नबी है यहाँ दिन हो रात हो। बरसा बरसात हो रही है दुरूदो सलाम, दुरूदो सलाम की, दुरूदो सलाम की। तस्बीह पढ़ रहा हूँ मोहम्मद के नाम की, तस्बीह पढ़ रहा हूँ मोहम्मद के नाम की। मैं मोहम्मद की मोहब्बत में मरूं मिस्ल बिलाल, मैं मोहम्मद की मोहब्बत में मरूं मिस्ल बिलाल। खुदा करे, खुदा करे, खुदा करे मेरा मदफन बने मदीने में। हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका, हसन हुसैन का सदका। हर लम्हा ताजदार हरम की है इंतहा, हर लम्हा ताजदार हरम की है इंतहा। सरदार पर खुदा के करम की है इंतहा, सरदार पर खुदा के करम की है इंतहा। आया कलाम की, खुदा के कलाम की, खुदा के कलाम की। तस्बीह पढ़ रहा हूँ मोहम्मद के नाम की, तस्बीह पढ़ रहा हूँ मोहम्मद के नाम की, तस्बीह पढ़ रहा हूँ मोहम्मद के नाम की। सल्ले अला नबीना, सल्ले अला मुहम्मदिन, मुहम्मदुन अहमदुन अव्वलुन आखिरुन ज़ाहिरुन बातिनुन।
The Breakfast Rush.
Kind of makes you in a good mood, happy.
Just makes me feel good.
Makes you feel good.
It's the people's choice.
Makes me feel good just riding around in my car singing out loud.
Winners wake up with The Breakfast Rush. The Breakfast Rush. It's the people's choice.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Every day's a good day.
Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smile needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. Female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081-207-8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Assalamu alaikum, I'm Sheikh Zahir Mahmood. You're tuned into The Breakfast Rush.
6:44 on your breakfast rush, and severe weather conditions sweeping across parts of the Eastern Cape and Western Cape have wreaked havoc, leading to evacuations, flooded roads and multiple major route closures, with authorities warning motorists and residents to exercise extreme caution. In the Gamtoos area, residents were evacuated last night as heavy rainfall caused rapidly rising water levels and dangerous conditions in surrounding low-lying areas. In Nelson Mandela Bay, authorities have confirmed multiple closures due to flooding in Karika and surrounding suburbs.
Karika. You must give it the pronunciation from the area, Moss. Anyway.
Read from the epiglottis.
Yeah, outside of South Africa, Israel has continued to wage fierce attacks across Lebanon, including near the capital Beirut, killing 9 people and injuring others. Even as US-mediated talks between Israeli and Lebanese officials progress. In Washington, the Israeli attacks yesterday struck at least 10 vehicles, in one case directly targeting an ambulance, according to Lebanon's Ministry of Public Health, and in another occurring just several kilometers south of Beirut, the country's state media is reporting.
Back home, the Milanga Commission heard that the polygraph-cleared Colonel Gavin Jacob was on leave when he received information about the 2021 200 million rands drug bust in KZN, and he suspended his leave to join the operation before later returning to leave. Jacob came under intense questioning yesterday over his role in a 2021 operation that resulted in the seizure of 541 kilos of cocaine in KZN. The drugs were later stolen from a Hawk storage facility in Potchefstroom. Despite being on leave at that time, Jacob told the Commission he returned to duty after receiving information about the drug consignment.
So that story is not going to leave us, not for a little while, until they get to the very, very bottom of it. It's 6:47 if you're watching the clock this Thursday morning. Can you be fired for personal conduct outside work? What do you think? Don't read the story. No. What do you think? Zakaria, Assalamu alaikum. And he's very busy this morning. Very, very busy. He's fiddling with these animals on TV. How you doing?
I'm trying to get you guys on TikTok.
Oh, lovely. That would be so nice.
That quickly?
Yeah, we're growing up quickly. Can you be fired for personal conduct outside of work, Zach? What do you think?
It depends on the situation.
Yeah?
It depends on what you did, what you said, what happened.
It begs a question. Are you a representative of your workplace outside of working hours?
You see, also that depends on exactly like how, maybe you're the boss.
How high up the ladder you are.
It depends on the work field you're in as well.
Yeah.
Like if you're on radio.
If you're like me, I've got disclaimers on all of my social media. That my social media is not in any way affiliated to the radio station, because it isn't.
We'll still hold it against you.
Certain people try,
Yeah.
and I must be honest, they do. But my personal business outside of the radio station, whilst I do MC and what have you at walimas and things like that, it's expanded outside of that. So events and functions and what have you throughout the spectrum, anything you can think of, obviously within reasonable limits.
Right.
So my personal social media, not affiliated to the station, so that's on one side of it. We often hear the phrase, what you do after hours is your business. But the question is it really? Can a person actually lose their job because of something they did outside of work? Maybe a social media post, maybe a viral video, maybe a public argument, drunken behavior, or even getting arrested over the weekend. Some people say if it doesn't affect your work performance, your employer must stay out of your private life. Others argue that once your behavior damages the company's image or breaks trust, then your boss has every right to act. So, imagine this for a second. A teacher, onderwyser, a teacher posts offensive comments online.
Gone.
You think so?
Gone. Well, it depends on the comment, obviously.
Offensive. Imagine this. A police officer is caught in a road rage incident.
Those things have happened.
Yes. A company executive goes viral for bad behavior at a restaurant. Now, if you can exhibit bad behavior in a restaurant, your company is going to sit back and think, public setting, executive behaving badly. I'm pretty certain they're going to sit back and say, okay, we need to have a discussion about this at the very least, right? Or imagine this. An employee constantly insults their employer on social media. Now, you clearly don't want to be there.
Of course not. But the crazy part about that one is people, and again, it's happened, that within your circle or your colleagues would take screenshots of those things and send it to the HR team. Like, what?
Well, I'm not being a tattletale. I'm just, keeping you informed, basically. So,
Crazy.
Should employers have the power to discipline or even fire workers for conduct outside of office hours? That's what we're asking you today. Or is that crossing the line into people's personal lives? And where should that line be drawn between personal freedom and professional responsibility? 0609041056. Would love to hear examples if you know them, right? We don't want anybody's names and business names and things like that. Just examples of incidents that you know of, you heard of, and you think should have been dealt with one way or the other.
Farida says, Assalamu alaikum. I think as long as you are in uniform, then you're accountable.
It's similar to school kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're in the school's uniform and you behave badly, then the school can come and say, oh, naughty. Assalamu alaikum. What do you call a black rhino and a white rhino in one?
I don't know what doesn't exist right now.
Not that I know of. Fazila Kaji, Assalamu alaikum to listeners on a Thursday.
Razia says, Assalamu alaikum. I would like to wish my grandson Muhammad Arif Iqbal all the best for his half-yearly matric exams. Comes from his nanny, Mum Farnaz and Yasira Khala. That time of year already.
It is that time of the year. 6:52 now. Companies don't own you after hours and outside of work. They must mind their own business. Unless you speak bad about the company you work for, then that's a problem. This is now a comment from Brother Fahim, who's on the road right now. Fahim drives safely. Let's see. Companies don't own you after hours and outside work. They must mind their own business. Unless you speak bad about the company you work for, then that's a problem. Yeah.
Valid.
What happens if you're misbehaving, like on your own time, and look, these days, there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Somebody puts a camera on and says, hey, isn't that Nichal from Al Ansar?
It's crazy.
Now, because the name got mentioned in the video, boom, included.
And sometimes you don't even know until someone tells you. You know, particularly like with me, before I did go on camera, people would say, but I saw a picture of you. I saw a video of you. And they would send it to you. I'm like, no, but it doesn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about.
It does exist.
And then they send you the proof and you said, oh, well, I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. I'm not gonna use your name, but you're sending salams to the team. Walaikum salam says, just a gentle reminder from an educator listening in. The version of me at school and the version of me at home are two different people. At school, it's calm voice, neat bun, and please take out your books.
So sweet.
At home and on social media, I'm human. I laugh loud. I relax and I live a little. Nothing inappropriate, just different spaces, different hats. And if you ever see me outside the classroom, don't worry, your kids are still safe. Love the show, always keeping us awake and thinking. Du'as with you all. Loyal listener. Okay, you put your name in the second time. Rizwana.
Beautiful message.
If anybody's wondering, Zach is okay. He did not fall. So Anonymous. You in your own space and the other person mentions the name is their problem. And then he sends through an example. He sends through an example, which I'm not going to read the example on air, right? But gossip.
Yeah.
What's the Arabic term?
Ghiba.
Yeah.
Eating the flesh of the person that you're speaking of when they are no longer alive.
There you go. There you go. So I always say, and I think it's valid Islamically as well. If you didn't see it,
yes. And what about, and I must say it, taking it out of context?
Yeah.
Nichal said something, and you use that as evidence in a completely different situation, unlinked to what he actually sent, what he actually said, what he actually meant.
Yep. So context is very, very important, especially when you see a video, right? You watch this video. That video doesn't tell you what happened before you started watching.
Yeah.
The caption in that video doesn't tell you what happened before the camera was put on. So context is so very important.
And it's detrimental because the innocent become guilty and the guilty become innocent. Sheikh says, what happens when a married teacher is involved in an illicit relationship with another married man, destroying both relationships? There are many sheikhs.
Right. People that know me well enough to say that I do not live in the same bubble that a lot of people live in.
Yeah.
I am one to say that we know people, they're human. Human beings are prone to making mistakes, making wrong decisions, quite literally just going and doing the wrong thing. Which is prone. It's like, I don't know, somewhere in our DNA, like something didn't match up for a lot of people. For a lot of people. And this scenario plays itself out everywhere.
True.
On every level of society. Agreed. Certain levels just hide it better than others. So the question he's asking, what happens when a married teacher is involved in an illicit relationship with another married man, destroying both the relationships? What do you do?
What does it have to do with me?
Yeah. What do you do?
Make dua for them.
Without a doubt, that's the first place to start. No doubt on that. Here's a reply. It says, regarding illicit teachers, it happens in every industry, not only teachers.
Agreed.
Cover the faults of others and Allah will cover your faults. Do not judge because we sin differently.
We're not saying that we accept the wrong, but again, we make dua for them and hope to correct our wrongs, to change ourselves, and inshallah they change them too.
Mommy.
Fatima says, Assalamu alaikum, this one is for you. I personally don't think what you do after hours got nothing to do with your company. As long as you, meaning you are doing your job well. So personally, I think that people should not comment on you personally because you're a good person in and out.
Thank you, Fatima.
That's specifically for Nichal, and there's many Fatimas.
Thank you very much, Fatima. Much appreciated. I think being respectful is absolutely important in any aspect of whatever you're doing. Just be a nice, good human being and just be respectful, and you should be good. Abu Bakr says only in uniform or out of uniform, bringing the company into disrepute.
I would think also it depends on what you do. If it's like extremely criminal, then yes, your company has a right to perhaps say, okay, you've taken the life of somebody, or like hectic criminal activity.
But remember,
and
if it's criminal, it's going to court.
Yes.
You have the opportunity to prove yourself innocent.
Correct.
So if the company is jumping the gun on that and judging you guilty immediately without the court process doing anything, then I don't know, maybe you want to find a friend at the CCMA.
Change you wish to see in a world where kindness is drifting. Need to learn to love humanity, for all is his creations. Every night and every day, in every way, I'll always praise his name. Allah, 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 Allah ya Mawlana. Allah, 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 la ilaha illallah. Allah, Allah, Allah.
For you on your breakfast rush, Saif Adam. That's this uncle's name. Saif Adam doing the work on it. Moments into 7 a.m. Got to get you main news bulletin.
The Breakfast Rush main news bulletin.
Making news at 7, the absence of an affidavit which one of the witnesses presented to the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry is among the reasons the murder case of former ANC Youth League Secretary General Sindiso Makaka was postponed again at the Pietermaritzburg High Court yesterday. Good morning, I'm Thabile at Duma. The absence of an affidavit which one of the witnesses presented to the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry is among the reasons the murder case of former ANC Youth League Secretary General Sindiso Makaka was postponed again at the Pietermaritzburg High Court yesterday. Makaka was killed after a shooting in his hometown of Umzimkhulu in KwaZulu-Natal on the 13th of July in 2017, but almost 8 years later, it has not been completely solved, except for the conviction of Hitman Busiso Ngengwa, who was sentenced to a lengthy prison term in July last year after confessing to having been hired to kill him. Zwelithini Stanley Skosana, a former municipal manager, along with co-conspirators Bonelo Mieza and Mbulelo Mpofana, are the three individuals accused of murdering Makaka. An ANC councillor in the Umzimkhulu municipality, Makaka gained a prominence for his role as a whistleblower against local government corruption. The chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Social Development, Bridget Masango, said that the reports into the irregular employment contract of former Social Development Director General Peter Nechipale which were presented to the committee, have left us scared about what is happening in the department. The Portfolio Committee was briefed by Nketsu and Associates, who compiled a forensic investigation report into Nejipale's employment contract. Nejipale was irregularly appointed on a fixed term of 5 years with all-inclusive remuneration package of 2.2 million rands per annum on the 14th of April last year, while Cabinet had approved Nejipale's appointment for a fixed term of 1 year with a possible extension of a further 2 years. Extra Social Development Minister Sisisi Tolashe claimed that after an MP had repeatedly asked the department what Nejipale's contract term was, she went to check the contract and that there was a problem as his contract bore her signature, which she disavowed. Tolashe had shifted blame to the Department of Public Service and Administration. In more news, Gauteng police have launched a manhunt following the murder of an 18-year-old teenager who was allegedly attacked with a panga in Bramfisherville in Soweto on Tuesday. According to police, officers were called to a local clinic after 10 a.m. after receiving a report of a death. Upon arrival, medical personnel directed them to the lifeless body of the victim. Preliminary investigations revealed that the teenager, a grade 10 learner at Mahome Secondary School in Meadowlands, left his home earlier that morning to visit a friend in Phase 1 in Bramfisherville. It's alleged that the pair later went to a secondary school in the area where the victim was attacked and assaulted by unknown suspects. 50 undocumented foreign nationals were deported and 7 buses and taxis impounded during a major multi-agency law enforcement operation targeting illegal cross-border transport activities at the Baobab Toll Plaza near Mosina. The operation, led by the Cross-Border Road Transport Agency in partnership with other law enforcement authorities, comes amid growing concern over a recent spike in cross-border bus accidents and fatalities in South Africa. The agency said it was implementing stricter road safety measures to tackle unsafe driving practices and illegal cross-border transport operations. And finally, the United States House of Representatives have passed a resolution to rein in President Donald Trump's powers to attack Iran without a congregational authorization. 4 Republicans joined the Democrats to pass the bill in a vote of 215 to 208 yesterday in Washington, D.C. While the resolution is unlikely to become law, it represents a stark rebuke against Trump's decision to join Israel in attacking Iran on the 28th of February, launching an ongoing conflict that will reach its 100th day on Saturday. Trump did not seek a congregational approval for the war, which he has attempted to label as a skirmish or a short-term excursion. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 16 rands and 33 cents, to the euro at 18 rands and 97 cents, to the pound at 21 rands and 91 cents. The Saudi Riyal is at 4 rands and 35 cents. Gold is trading at $4,480.83 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $96.98 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with headlines at 7:30 for $8 on News. I'm Thabile at Duma.
We're going to start a feature on the show. It's going to start this morning.
Okay.
It's starting now. And the name of the feature is The Adventures of Thabile Duma.
Oh gosh. No.
That's what it's going to be. The adventure, and we wish... in fact, no, it's possible. It's possible. We can get one of those harness thingies, right? It's like a baby harness, but for a camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? So we get you one of those harness gadgets, and we get you one of those little...
body cam.
A body cam.
A body cam.
So we can have a visual of the adventures of Thabile Duma.
Speed bumps and everything.
Because this morning, whoever wrote the script for her journey between the front door of the house and the front door of Al-Ansar.
It's been hectic. It's been hectic. I'm like, what is going on today? Like, I wanted to be early. I tried to wake up early and to be on time. Everything went well until I got to town.
I will.
Okay, no, before I got to town, I realized I didn't
put the iron off.
No. Take money for transport. So when I checked, I got distracted. And then my mother had to remind me, like, oh, okay,
how much you're using today. I'm like, oh, flip. I don't have enough money.
Mommy's still doing this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, we get into the taxi, I pay. Then I was like, okay, I'll get Bolt when I get to town because I don't have money. I'll use my card. I'll use my card.
Yeah.
So I do that. I wait about 15 minutes because I got to town before 6:30.
Right.
So I wait.
Still dark at 6:30 in town, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So I wait for someone to take my trip because it was about $33 and like people are saying 7 minutes away. I waited the entire 7 minutes only for the driver to cancel.
It happens.
Always. And then I did it again. I waited and I waited. They dropped me again. And the final one that I got, okay, fine. The guy comes through. And then I get into the car. Firstly, the car just sped crossing the robots by DUT, the city campus. Sure. Okay. All right. I thought maybe it's the map. It gave him a wrong stop.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I go jump in. Cruising nicely. Then by Berea, police stop the car.
Whoa.
I'm like, dude.
Wait. Police stop the car. You in?
Yes, that I am in.
Right.
I'm like, dude, what's happening now?
It's like, no, it's my uncle. He's bringing my lunch.
It's like, I don't know what's happening. I'll just find out. Okay, he jumps out of the car and then the police say number plate at the back is not there.
Right, that's a fine.
So they go to the front. They see it's there in the front. And he's like, they're just playing around. They'll let me go. I'm like, my guy, I'm late. I'm supposed to be at work before 7. So, like, what's happening? Then he goes and comes back and says, we have to go to Durban Central Police Station. They're going to charge me.
Really?
I'm like, now?
Yeah.
Then he says, they said I must follow him. I'm like, what is going on? So, yeah. We move, then I call here to inform you guys
and nobody answers the phone.
Yeah.
Pictures and everything.
I had to send a picture so that you can see, guys. So anyway, we move. The police go another direction. I go. Then the driver says, look, I'm not going to go to the police station. They're not escorting us.
Right.
So I'll take you to work.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, just as long as I'm there before 7.
Whatever happens to you after that happens.
Whatever happens, I don't mind.
Colonel Raouf.
Yeah. I'm just waiting. Carry on.
So no. The reason I said Colonel Raouf before saying anything else was just to make sure that you're actually there. I think on the app, Thabile's got the license plate. It might be blank because she got the back one. Yeah. So we'll sort that out a little bit later. But that's a new feature on the show. The Adventures of Thabile. Exactly.
And do you know how dangerous it is? Because Thabile would send a picture and she doesn't send the caption.
Exactly.
You don't know whether she's getting arrested.
All we're seeing is blue lights and exactly. Anyway.
Mystery.
Clear roads, better health, brighter days, all thanks to Pelican Pharmacy.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum, welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi. I hope they got something for me because I think I'm making a circle now. Pelican Pharmacy. You think you have to take for me?
Yes, they've got it. I'll tell you all about how you can get your flu sorted out at Pelican Pharmacy after this.
Right. So they're looking good now this morning. We have a vehicle broken now off the trade on the NC outgoing. Just past Peter Brown as you're going up Town Hill on the left-hand lane. So the left-hand lane is obstructed. There will be today's network. Remember we spoke about the NC being closed between Camperdown and all the way to New England Road for the blasting feet hoppers this afternoon. The NC will be closed and we'll just have to adjust the trip for that period of time because road NC will be completely closed, both directions. So this lighter vehicle will be taken off onto the R103. The heavies will be stacked on the freeway. And once the road opens up again, they'll be able to go through. So we'll be traffic on the end of northbound coming between M7 and City Junction. Victoria 1, coming from the R102, Jason Champion, there's roadworks. The traffic is stacking up all the way going towards Antwerp, past Ottawa as well, towards Redlands. Slow moving traffic coming up the M41 towards Gateway. Once you pass the traffic the calmings and the construction work, that roadway opens up again today. So just be aware of that, of course, please. You got slow-moving traffic on the N3 coming to Durban between Gilly Junction and Pavilion. The N2 southbound between Stoti and Tanga as well. There's slow-moving traffic. M1 Higginson Highway eastbound coming towards the N2, a little bit congested as well. M25 is slow-moving as you're coming towards the N2 eastbound. And of course, it's happening to everybody. Just take an update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. Much appreciated. We shall catch up with you a little bit later on the show.
Absolutely.
Wa alaikum salam. So we did a little experiment really quickly with TikTok Live. Just went on for about 10 minutes on TikTok Live. And thank you to everybody who jumped in watching the TikTok Live. It is an experiment at the moment, and it's something that we're going to pursue in the forthcoming days just for the TikTok Live experience as well, because we do realize that there's an entire audience sitting there in TikTok just waiting for content.
Yes, and you can take those links and reshare them, right? Repost it on your TikTok, on your story.
There's like 12,000 people here.
Whoa! What?
Right? On TikTok.
That is amazing.
That's not 1 and 2. It's 12,000, 300 some change followers on Radio Al Ansar's TikTok that we must get to. The only thing that I find a little bit sort of is that all the posts kind of look the same.
Okay.
Meaning, in the middle, the picture's different, but the top and bottom
are the same.
Yeah, it's very generic. So we'll do the lives, which won't be generic. Anyway.
And then you take that, you share it with everybody.
Yeah.
And then 12,000 becomes
15
infinite.
and 20 and 30 and we'll see how far that goes. It's 15 minutes after 7. Hot savings are waiting for you at Pelican Pharmacy. Get Active Arnica Massage Oil 50 ml for just 73 rands 90. Ferris Fort 30s only 175 rands 90. Amino Leak BCAA at 264 rands 90. OsteoEase Gold 90s banded with MSM 30s. 219 rands 90. Great value, trusted care and everyday wellness all in one place. Visit Pelican Pharmacy while stocks last.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
Africa. Give the gift of clean water with Africa Muslims Agency. With every water well or borehole you donate, your drop becomes a river, reconnecting communities to nourishment, education, dignity and empowerment. Sponsor a water well for 17,000 Rand in Africa, or a borehole for 65,000 Rand in Afghanistan or Africa. Quench the thirst. Reconnect the soul with Africa Muslims Agency.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
The Breakfast Rush, it's the people's choice.
Sometimes when the world's not on your side, you don't know where to run to, you don't know where to hide. You gaze at the stars in the sky, at the mountains so high, through the tears in your eyes, looking for a reason to replace what is gone. Just remember, that you are never alone. You are never alone. You are never alone. Just reach into your heart and Allah is always there. You are never alone. You are never alone. Through sorrow and through grief, through happiness and peace, you are never alone. So now, as you long for your past, prepare for your future, but knowing nothing's gonna last.
So the guys turn around and say, well, oi, you playing Michael Jackson in the radio? No, I'm not playing Michael Jackson in the radio. I'm playing Zane Beaker in the radio. That's what we're doing. Zane Beaker says, you are never alone. It's 19 minutes after 7, the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al-Ansar is where you're at. And I'm looking at your WhatsApp messages, and they're coming through thick and fast, right? So a taxi driver has arrested a police officer who was drinking and driving.
The most bizarre thing I read on the news yesterday was this one.
Was the story. The taxi driver basically took the cop and put him in the backseat of his own car, like the police vehicle.
You are going to get arrested.
Yeah. And there's pictures of this cop throwing up and what have you before the door open and all of those things. Is this the law we have to live with? No, that's just one police officer. Don't cover everybody in the same pukey blankets. Right, I'm going to keep this one anonymous, right? We're talking about workplace and your behavior outside of the workplace, right? Says if companies want to know what you do after hours, then they must also come along to calls of nature. That's our favorite word, right? One well-known IT company takes money from workers that they make after hours. How horrible. Wait now. There's an IT company that takes money from workers, and this is the money that the workers make after hours.
Yeah.
So their own money.
That doesn't make
I wanted to keep this part quiet, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. The message verbatim reads, one well-known Muslim IT company takes money from workers that they make after hours. How horrible, and they're Muslim.
How is that okay?
Let's just skip to another message really quickly. I had gone for an interview some years back, and the owner says, if you run a side business, he must have a cut.
Whoa.
Now, how quickly I told him to take his job and fly a kite. And if one doesn't say they have a side hustle and he finds out, then it's an instant dismissal. And it could be a business outside of, like, let's say IT as well, even if one is selling potatoes.
So I had a conversation recently with someone that is in the IT field.
Right.
And I was told that they were given a warning letter.
Right.
Because they had their own clients outside of work.
Right.
And if it's in your contract, because of conflict of interest or whatever, then it's understandable. You signed the contract, you agreed to it. Outside of that, I must give you what I earned from my client.
So if I'm running a business prior to coming and working for you, then I'm going to disclose that to you during the interview stage. So you're well aware of it.
If it's in the same field only, right?
Yes. Well, no, anything.
But why do you have to?
Let's just call it good practice.
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to disclose other interests to you so that somewhere down the line, should you find out, you're going to be like, no, he told me about it. I knew about it. It's been disclosed. We're all good. Life must carry on.
Okay.
But if it's not disclosed, then that starts a whole different conversation. It opens up a whole different can of worms, and it takes things down the negative. So
I don't do that.
If a company that you're wanting to work for is at the very beginning saying to you, if you've got your own business, then you've got to give me a slice of it, then that's a different conversation. That's no longer an employment contract. That's a business deal.
Agreed.
If you want to, pursue that conversation as a business deal. Okay, what are you bringing to the table? I must give you a slice of it.
Yeah, invest in my company.
There you go. So let's expand my business, you as a partner, because that's what you're interested
Precisely.
in. So I believe that conversations can be held about almost anything.
You know what doesn't make sense?
No.
And I can never wrap my head around it. You have a whole monster-sized cake. Why do you want a slice from somebody else?
Because I'm greedy. You want the honest answer? It's because I'm greedy. Because I can't see the next human being grow on their own and be happy for them and say, Alhamdulillah, this person is growing. Make shukr that this person's receiving some of that light. All of those things. I can't do that because I'm inside here. It's just dark and empty.
It's ridiculous. Yours is so big that their small slice could even get lost in it. But you still want from there?
Let's tell you about a few small slices of savings coming your way from our set of Vodacom stores.
Brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Come, let's feed your ears.
For gold and silver investors, the right partner makes all the difference. At IBV Gold, we are a world leader in gold and silver Krugerrands, trusted for over 21 years. Looking to sell? We offer seamless transactions and immediate payment for your Krugerrands. Whether you're buying or selling, IBV Gold delivers unmatched value, security, and discretion. Your decision is simple. IBV Gold is the place. IBV Gold, the most valuable decision you'll make. Visit us at www.ibvgold.co.za.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0.
Bigger screens for your big ideas and also for the benefit of your eyesight. Like the Samsung Tab A11 8.7 inch. It comes with a free 4GB prepaid LTE starter pack and there are some incredible add-on options. But first, let's talk about the device itself. 8 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera, 64 gigs of storage, 4 gigs of RAM, 8.7 inch display as I told you, and it's an Android 15 device. It includes the charging cable. We throw in a free 2-in-1 stylus pen worth 299 Rand so you can operate it like a boss. Add on the Energizer Type-C to USB-A plus an HDMI Type-C adapter for 349 Rand. So not only do you have your device, but you can ensure that it's fully charged. Pay for your device using your airtime. So you don't need a bank account for this one. It's our easy-to-own service. Get it for 3,499 Rand. That's if you want to pay cash or choose contract. So daily installments to 20 Rand 50 cents. You can choose a weekly installment of 143 Rand 50 cents or a monthly installment of 615 Rand. So your terms are available for over 365 days and you can choose a deposit starting from 1,050 Rand. This deal literally works out to approximately 3 Rand a day plus. If you want a different device, we've got for the Android fans the Oppo. So Oppo A40, it's a 4G device, also giving you a free Power Connect starter pack. It's 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gig storage. The camera's rear 50 megapixel, your front selfie camera is 5 megapixel and the display is 6.67 inch. You can add on the Superfly SuperPods Pro for 279 Rand. once off. Get the device with the charger, with the cable, and a cover absolutely free for 2,299 Rand. Choose daily at 14 Rand, weekly at 98 Rand, or monthly at 420 Rand with a deposit from 600 Rand. For the Honor fans, we'll give you the Honor X5B at the Honor X5B at 10 Rand if you choose a daily option, weekly option of 70 Rand, monthly option of 300 Rand with a deposit of 250 only, or buy it cash, 1,699 Rand. Tons of specials. You choose your payment plan.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0 Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0 Westwood Mall, The Bluff, the Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
Hi, Thabile. Welcome back.
No.
No.
No. What if he was going to, I don't know, offer you breakfast?
Okay, so the reason I do that is because, okay, cool. So I've got this headache. I've got it right here. It's right here. I want to take the headache. I want to give it to you.
Why?
And you can keep it.
Why?
Because I need you to monitor something for me. Because I want to do something we've never done before. Never, ever. Because I just thought about it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, like teen, got my license and what have you, had to work, get a vehicle, all of those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dad helped a ton.
Okay.
Dad helped a ton. But there were certain things he said to me, listen, you got to do this on your own. And you got to find a way, make a plan, go work, save your money, do your thing, do it yourself, right? So now, I want to talk to other youngsters that are there in that situation where you got your license, you got your car, and you're doing things for yourself for your car.
Okay.
Right? So you want to get it a paint job, fix it up, dent, scratches, whatever. You save your money, you take it to a panel beater, you get it fixed up, dent, scratches, whatever. But then you're in this car and there's no radio. There's no speakers. You can't listen to The Breakfast Rush in the car. You got to put it on like
Stream.
your Bluetooth speakers and stream and this, that, and the other. So I'm thinking there might be a few people that's like that.
Yes.
And I've got a brand new deck with 2 speakers,
Aibo.
sealed in a box, literally brand new, Pioneer, mind you, sitting in my office that we can give away.
Perfect. I'd like my car to be louder.
No. The windows in your car can't handle louder.
Open the windows.
Right? So, Thabile, the headache I'm giving to you is thus. We're going to ask folks that are listening in, if you are a young person with your first car and you're doing this car up on your own, you're saving a bit, fixing something, saving a bit more, fixing something else. If that's you and your car doesn't have a stereo system, now, I'm not talking about giving you a whole nightclub thing in your car. No, I'm saying we'll give you a deck and 2 speakers. Right? If it's you, in order to qualify to enter this one here, you need to take a picture. Take a picture of the car. And then take a picture of the dashboard with no radio in it.
Okay.
Because you don't have a radio. And post those 2 pictures entering the competition on your social media and tag The Breakfast Rush. Thabile and Zach, because Zach's not nodding his head, he inherited half the headache. So, Thabile and Zach are going to constantly check for who's posting on The Breakfast Rush, whether it's Facebook or Instagram.
I have
Go
one
for it.
condition.
Right?
When you win, you must just open your windows and blast The Breakfast Rush so other people can hear too. Just do it once.
A
That's
day.
my prerequisite.
Every day.
And as for the both of you, Pelican has grand plastics, I'll bring them, don't worry.
The Breakfast Rush. News headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, the residents of Trenins Park New Phase in Verulam, north of Durban, say that they are being pushed to their breaking point by ongoing water outages, including a recent 10-day disruption. South Africa's freight and logistics sector has welcomed the sharp decline in diesel prices that took effect yesterday, providing some relief to transport operators after months of escalating fuel costs. And finally, according to a joint statement after US-led talks in Washington, Israel and Lebanon agreed yesterday to implement a ceasefire, but said that it would require a complete cessation of fire by Iran-backed Hezbollah. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. Much appreciated. So, Thabile, we know the assignment for now, right?
Yeah.
Folks are going to go. Our guests are here. You can relax. You don't have to run.
No,
You want to talk to them about your taxes. She's getting her taxes sorted out with Karawa Financial.
I like to think positive.
Hey? How's that? She just ran. I mean, you guys saw that on camera. She just woke up and ran like somebody brought fresh biryani and came to work this morning.
We just think rebate. That's all. No matter how long it takes.
Right. So here's the story.
Okay.
Folks that are youngsters, and we'll put that like 30 and below.
Okay.
Right. Your first car, whatever the case may be, it's yours. And you're doing it up on your own, meaning you're saving your money, you're fixing little bits of the car as you can afford to, and for whatever reason, the stereo in the car either not working or doesn't exist, whatever the case may be. I've got this. Dun dun dun.
That looks nice.
Well, it's brand new. You see, it's still in the box. It's here. This is yours.
And a really good brand as well.
Yeah, this is some good stuff right here. I want to say thank you to Shiraz at Simplex Radio, making it possible. So it's a digital media Bluetooth receiver with two-way speakers. You can put in your doors. There you are. So that's yours. It's brand new. It's still in its box. Cool. And it can be yours. Thank you very much, Shiraz at Simplex Radio.
We'll be saving you
on the table. There you go. So Thabile, that's what we're giving out. You can take it, get some pictures done. We'll make a whole nice big poster. Put it up there.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
So traffic on the program, as you know, proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy. You're on the road to better health. Start with Pelican Pharmacy. Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I had to rush to take it off car speaker so that you could hear me.
Thank you.
So, the entries looking busy this morning as you're coming inbound towards the city between Brickfield Road and Tollgate. Traffic is backing up. Southern Freeway, slow-moving traffic coming into the city. Accident on the N2, taking the off-ramp to Slanger. Now that's coming southbound, so there will be delays in that vicinity. Slow-moving traffic on the Southern Freeway coming into Durban, taking the off-ramp to Victoria Embankment. N2 is looking good this morning. It's flowing quite nicely. So please, if you're out there this morning, you know, what happened yesterday, all those accidents, especially on the N3, just please be extra cautious. That's your final update.
Colonel Raouf, you take it nice and easy. Have yourself a beautiful, beautiful day. And we'll catch up again tomorrow morning, inshallah.
Walaikum salam.
CBR, it says, on our quest to get your information like this, there's hot savings that are waiting for you at Pelican Pharmacy. Get Active Anika Massage Oil 50 ml for just 73 rands 90. Ferris Fort 30s, only 175 rands 90. Aminolic BCAA at 264 rands 90, and Ostia Ease Gold 90s banded with MSM 30s at 219 rands 90. Great value, trusted care and everyday wellness all in one place. Visit Pelican Pharmacy today while stocks last.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% Pure sunflower oil, endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
At the new Checkers Saxony Westwood, you'll find everything from our signature steakhouse classic cuts, expertly aged and ready for the braai. Try something exclusive like our Simple Truth certified lamb, responsibly sourced, free range, and raised without added growth hormones or promoters. Checkers Saxony Westwood, butchery, bakery, and deli, certified by the NIHT.
At Absa Islamic Banking, we get that the first lessons about money are never just about money.
2, 3, 400.
And what do we do with it?
We save some and we give some.
That's my boy. They're about responsibility, generosity, principles, and banking that honors your values. Get an Islamic youth account for your children, plus discounted banking for your spouse with Ultimate Islamic Banking. Apply online. Your story matters. ABSA. T's and C's apply. ABSA is an authorized financial services and credit provider.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Straight to the pleasure zones of your brain. TBR.
Attention all taxpayers. Are your tax affairs in order? Are your tax affairs structured in the best possible way? Call Karwa Financial Accounting Services today on 031-207-4440. We specialize in company and trust registrations, tax planning, income tax, VAT, statutory registrations and other tax obligations, preparations of financial statements, business plans and profiles, obtaining government grants, obtaining business finance, financial investigations, restructuring and company restorations. Call Karwa Financial Accounting Services today on 031-207-4440 for individualized and personal attention.
It is your Breakfast Rush now, 20 minutes to 8 exactly. This morning, we're joined by the team from Karwa Financial Accounting Services. And it is that time of the year again. So we say Assalamu alaikum, Zubair Karwa and Nabila Latif. Welcome.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Jazakallah for having us again.
Walaikum salam.
It's always a pleasure having you in studio, and it's always a tough topic that you guys bring to our listeners. Tax.
Another year has passed, another tax season is on top of us.
You know, when you see us, you know, it's that time.
Well, let's talk about it, Nabila. Tax season is almost upon us. When does it start?
So we expect the auto assessments to start going out between the 1st and 12th of July this year. Non-provisional taxpayers will have from the 13th of July to the 23rd of October 2026. Not sure why they're not giving us the whole month. And provisional taxpayers will have from the 13th of July 2026 to January next year, the 22nd.
Zubair, what is the difference between the provisional and non-provisional taxpayer that Nabila is referring to?
A provisional taxpayer relates to those who, apart from their salary, earn any additional income. To simplify, if a person who earns a salary also earns rental income or interest income or any other form of income, then they need to submit what is called an IRP6 return. So there is no separate registration for this. It's just a matter of submitting the IRP6 at the appropriate time. So if a person only earns only a salary and his employer deducts the PAYE, this person has no other income, they are classified as a non-provisional taxpayer.
Okay, so if my understanding is correct over here, a person earns any other income, like a side hustle income besides salary, then they are a provisional taxpayer.
That's 100% correct. However, the onus is on the taxpayer to submit the provisional tax return. I think I just want to make one more point here is that SARS has access to your bank account, so any other income, we can't stress this enough, any other income that goes into a bank account, you need to be wary of it.
Nabila, why is this important?
Good question. The short answer is penalties. If you miss the deadline, SARS will charge you penalties and underpayment penalties. So to make it easy, let's say I earned other income besides the salary and I didn't submit my IRP6. Now during tax season, I go to submit my tax return and there's an amount that I need to pay. SARS will charge me a penalty on top of the tax that I need to pay for late submission of the tax, as well as a penalty because I underpaid the tax.
Okay, so let's talk about the non-provisional taxpayer.
So for these taxpayers, the employer should have submitted the RP5 recon, which was due on the 29th of May this year. So SARS will do what is called an auto assessment. So basically SARS has been collecting information from third parties, adding it onto your tax profile. This is a process where SARS will automatically submit your return for assessment, where a person just earns a salary and no other allowances such as travel, etc. This has made life much easier. Like your example this morning of the IT company who's taking money from their staff.
Yeah.
When you said that this morning, I thought about SARS. They're also taking money from you.
True story. But then how would I know if I've been auto-assessed?
You should receive an email or an SMS from SARS informing you that you have been selected for auto-assessment. This will go out between the 1st and 12th of July.
Should I accept this auto assessment from SARS?
It is your responsibility to ensure that you report all your income and expenses accurately to SARS. So if you are happy that this has been declared correctly, you do not need to do anything further. However, if you fail to declare some of your income, SARS could levy penalties and interest should they audit you at a later date.
Okay, so what do I do if I disagree with the auto assessment?
If you don't agree with the auto assessment and want to file a return, you only have 40 working days from the date of the assessment to edit the return and file correctly. If you take no action, the auto assessment will become your final assessment after 40 working days. Now, this might sound tempting because with the auto assessment, you may get a refund.
Yeah.
And then you miss the 40 days and then you think, well, I missed the 40 days.
Yeah.
That's it. Unfortunately, it will come back to bite you when they realize that there's other income. Then they won't give you that opportunity to correct your return. Then it goes straight into an audit. And then after that, they could possibly do negligence, criminal prosecution, the whole shebang, because they gave you the 40 days and you didn't use it. That was your opportunity.
What about the exemption? So from submitting a return if I earn under 500,000 rands, how does that one work?
You may not need to file a return if you earn under 500,000 rand from a single employer where the PAYE has been deducted correctly. Can you see, we're emphasizing this PAYE story because we're coming across cases where employees are deducting the wrong amounts, but nevertheless. And you have no additional income allowances or fringe benefits. However, it is highly recommended that you check the assessment provided. For this to apply, all your income must be from one employer only. So you may earn 50,000 from one person, 450,000 from somebody else. The fact that you have two employees means that you have to still go and submit the return, even though you're earning just under 500. So the point to remember is that it must be one employer. The employer must be deducting your PAYE properly, and there must be no other income or allowances.
So we had a case recently where a taxpayer was under the impression that they didn't need to submit their return because the salary from the employer was around 300,000.
Right.
PAYE was deducted correctly every month, paid over to SARS. What they didn't realize is that the interest on the exemptions was 100,000.
Wow.
So that now shot them over. Maybe it was around, so 100,000 interest from investments, and then another 100 was from, I think it was capital gains or something else. So there was 3 scenarios, 3 different earnings. Now that, when you add that together, went over the 500,000.
So you need to speak to somebody who knows what they're doing. You need to speak to a professional to set you down the correct path, basically, because this is what you've just mentioned is quite hefty. I think almost everybody at some point in time has gotten admin penalties by now.
Absolutely. This case in Thabile talks about this matter came up after probably 4 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
and
this
the admin penalties was 25,000.
Yeah, and the only reason SARS got into contact with the taxpayers because of the admin penalties. When we dug and we say, why are they charging the penalties? Because this person just has a salary. And this taxpayer was adamant that, no, I don't have any other income. And when we dug and we found, hold on, but you got an investment. She didn't even think that that's income because it's not coming into account. It's going into the investment account.
And also, they didn't go to her directly. They went to her employer. And they told her employer to deduct the admin penalty amount from her salary and pay it over to them. So it was sort of like a garnishi order from SARS.
And the employer, I'm going to assume, doesn't have a choice in the matter.
No choice.
So until and unless the employee gives them a tax clearance to say, listen, I went to SARS, here's proof that I've handled all my matters with SARS, you now don't need to deduct that from my salary. Unless that happens, the employer is obliged to deduct it from the salary, pay it over to SARS, and then give the balance to the taxpayer.
I want to ask you guys a question that's not on the script because it just popped into my mind now. I give my wife an allowance monthly. Is that, according to Uncle SARS, income on her behalf?
On her behalf, no. But what we need to know is that income that you're giving to her, is it an after-tax income? Like you've got your salary, after you've paid your expenses, you take this amount and you give it to your wife for like her living expenses. That's fine. But if you're running a business and you pay money out of your business account to your wife without it being taxed first on the business side, then that is income in her hands.
So it's regarded not as an allowance, it's regarded as pay.
That's correct. As an salary for her.
Yeah.
I think also you need to be wary with that one, because there's also this aspect of donations tax, because SARS might sometimes interpret this whole on you giving your wife a donation, but then donation between spouses is exempt.
So as long as it's after tax income in your hands that you give to her, that's fine. But if it's before tax income that you're just paying out of the business account to like pay the expenses, then that would be taxed in her hands.
Hint, nudge.
You know, there's so many things happening at the moment, Nichal. Things are changing drastically. Every day they are changing. If you look at now the new workers' compensation thing, I mean, every domestic employer has to register with the workers' compensation fund.
Yes.
And that deadline now is set for the 30th of June. And nobody is really talking about it. So what's going to happen is after 30th of June, Department of Labour will probably fan out their 50 million people that they have working for them to go knock on people's doors and start harassing them. So that's also people need to keep in mind that workers' compensation, 30th of June is the deadline for registration. I thought I just mentioned that. Even
for somebody who's hearing this for the first time, what does that mean, workers' compensation?
It's somebody.
Okay, it's basically the compensation commissioner. Say, for example, your employee gets hurt at work. Then the workers' compensation office will pay for all the medical expenses. So it's an insurance, but it goes through the government sector, through the compensation commission office.
And is this for your domestic as well?
It hasn't. That was brought into action recently. All other employees have to be registered with workers' compensation, but the domestic one just came into about this year.
So your domestic employee,
that's correct,
UIF is necessary.
Yes.
Now workers' compensation is becoming necessary as well.
Yes, that's correct. And if they earn above the tax threshold, then you have to pay PAYE for them as well.
What's the tax threshold? Give or take a few 100,000.
It's at the moment.
You wish.
It's 99,000 for the year for this 26-27 year.
If you're paying your domestic 99,000 rand, do you have a vacancy? I know people. Anyway, how would a listener that needs your expertise get in touch with you?
The best way to contact me is via email. My email is Nabila, NABEELA @kfas.co.za. Our office landline is 031 207 4440. For those that prefer WhatsApp, there is a WhatsApp button on our website, www.kfas.co.za.
And our first consult is free, so they can reach out to us. We can assess their situation and take it from there.
I was just about to ask, are there any freebies? And he's dished it out already, everybody. The freebies dished out already. So thank you very much, Zubair and Nabila, for joining us in studio and on YouTube and Facebook as well. We appreciate the information that you're bringing through, and we'd like to invite you over again next week.
Perfect. Yes. We'll see you next week, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Right, Nazmeera Cassim, workers' compensation.
Yes, something to look at.
Do you think Mum can register you? I'm asking for a friend over here. Like, mummies, can you register your daughters for workers' compensation because you make them sweep the house? Hey?
No. I'll have to swap my biryani and it's not worth it.
Let me make it a little bit. See, before we go, I'm going to cause a problem at other people's house. Quickly. That's my job. Can daughter-in-laws, let's get Zubair in here.
My mic is not working.
Can daughter-in-laws be registered?
I don't think sleeves fall under the workers' compensation thing.
This is not indentured labor anymore. That we say stop calling it that. This is nuptial labor. But anyway, oh man, it's a joke. It's a joke for those people that are getting a little bit hot under the collar. Zubair, as always, a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Nichal, thank you very much, my brother.
Oh man, that's it for the show as well. Salah Times from Upper Nazmeera.
On the 17th of Zulhijjah, 1447, Zuhr 1 minute to 12, Asr 28 minutes past 3, Maghrib 7 minutes past 5, and Isha at 29 minutes past 6 tonight. Have a lovely day. Surprise us with your Durood count tomorrow and be the best version of you.
So maybe next week, Tuesday, the labor lawyer can speak about the type of business that wants to take your money. Okay, that's a suggestion that's coming through from this brother. We'll forward it to him. He's listening, by the way. He's listening to the show, enjoying the beach. Nani sends a message. Nani Roshni in Pietermaritzburg. Slams by, hoping you are well. Many thanks for always providing us with such sweet and amazing tracks. Greatly appreciated. Roshni in Pietermaritzburg, thank you for listening in. We appreciate you. Let's see. Assalamu alaikum. I feel work should be left at work and we need to be good all the time. Our work-related things should be kept as an amana. Nichal is an amazing person. He holds himself... Okay. Aww, so sweet. He says he holds himself very professionally and is very respectful and very humble. He seems very kind-hearted and probably is. You must ask your wife to take out nazar for you every day, Nichal. Many people may be jealous of you. May you remain as good as you are. Ameen. Ameen. Thank you very much. Your message is anonymous. I'd love to be able to say your name. Bilkish, thank you very much. Appreciate you. I do. And your very, very kind words. Please keep this anonymous. Any idea what is going to happen to school-going kids who are foreigners, especially the matric students? No idea. Not yet. Nichal, agree with you. Go for the interview. You must be honest in your interview and open about everything. If you do anything after that, it's not their business because you made yourself clear. True story. There you have it. That's your breakfast rush for this morning. My name's Nichal Sarawan. You do good. Be good. Till the next time.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
This hadith is sponsored by Ashraful Aid, International Humanitarian Organization.
حديث أدي قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا تجسسوا, do not spy. A Muslim does not spy on